Oh boy, what a mess for a developer that was once pillar of hope for AAA gaming. Who to blame here? I guess everyone from CD Projekt Red that pushed for release of such unfinished product and everyone overhyping it. I understand they were aiming for release prior to holidays and to overlap to some extent with next-gen console releases, even though next-gen console version won't come anytime soon. But sales are sales, I guess. I understand, but that doesn't mean this is excusable. After spending many hours with Cyberpunk on PC, I'm now finally able to give you full thoughts on the product. Version reviewed is 1.06. This is also no spoiler review. I have no clue what state of the game is on consoles, but I know it isn't good. So what is Cyberpunk 2077 for those that don't live on this planet? It is single-player first-person RPG set in open world called Night City. Blade Runner type dystopian world where humans are enhanced to extreme degree at times with cybernetic enhancements that allow extraordinary things like blades coming out of your arms, hacking every electronic device and people, utilizing special weapons that can shoot homing bullets, and so on. Cyberpunk is probably one of the most ambitious projects in gaming history, and as such people were overhyping it. However, such product needed more time and way more polish, because biggest problem of this game is that it is in horrible state. Optimization is bad, graphics look weird at times, every aspect of the game has bugs, some more, some less, I mean literally every. One that bothers me the most are glitchy movement animations of every NPC, breaks immersion a lot. Next to that you have lip sync issues where lips stop moving completely in some conversations, character status screen not properly showing changes in character progression. Ridiculous glitches such as this are frequent. As I said, everything you can think of has some bugs or things not working as they should. Next to that, there are numerous exploits when it comes to money farming, crafting components, leveling, etc. Now that the biggest problem has been covered, I can continue talking about the game itself outside technical issues. Thing is, even with these huge issues, I still had so much fun. It has so many great ideas and aspects of the game that mesh up really good, even though nothing here is truly groundbreaking. There are many playstyles you can go for thanks to really good character progression system that allows for lots of interesting ways to approach hostile situations. Also, you don't have to play only one playstyle because hybrid builds are possible too, because there is cohesion between attributes that allows it. Don't think there are insane amount of builds possible because this isn't Dungeons and Dragons. There are enough, however, that can accommodate enough diversity to have fun through one playthrough. Problem is that attributes which define builds the most cannot be reset, and you really have to be careful as choices matter and leveling is not fast at all. Huge issue in the game is balance, as there is none. On very hard difficulty with high armor you can die when hit once or twice, which is frustrating as hell. Some focused builds you can run, like pistol and revolver, are ridiculously overpowered with 7 number hits possible in one shot. It takes away from overall fun, definitely. Eventually, when they balance the game, it is going to be awesome to play different builds in balanced environment. When it comes to gameplay, not accounting for all the bugs and balancing issues, game is really good. Every situation can be solved in many ways. Options are there for hackers, stealthers, tanks, snipers, and everything in between. I like hacking in this game a lot as it offers some truly fantastic options like mass vulnerability that reduces resistances of everyone connected to that particular network. Then we have mass poison options, disable all cameras, make enemies fight each other, make them blind temporarily, and more. Every electronic device can be hacked, and depending on the device you get less or more options to play with. Gunplay feels good because of different weapon categories, sound effects, elemental ammo. There are 3 general weapon types in Cyberpunk: Tech, Power and Smart. Tech weapons can be charged and they can shoot through walls. Smart weapons shoot homing bullets and power weapons have ricochet ability. Very cool altogether. Melee gameplay is okay, but it needs way more polished animations and better enemy reactions to getting hit to get most out of it. There are enough movesets ranging from dodge, block, running attack, strong attack and combo attacks to make it interesting, but whole thing could feel better and less clunkier. What is really good about melee combat are cyberware implants that let enhancements take care of all your melee needs without the need for any kind of melee weapon. Gorilla arms, mantis blades, monovire and projectile launcher are available and they all add something unique. They are all good additions, but highly unbalanced, as developers didn't really test anything here as well. While monovire is by far the worst, projectile launcher is so OP it is ridiculous when combined with tranquilizer ammo. Stealth aspect is quite good, especially when combined with hacking, but unfortunately developers didn't bother adding different finishing animations, so for the whole bloody game you are going to see this neck break if you plan on using stealth takedowns. Traveling through Night City is done through fast travels, bikes and cars. Unfortunately driving sucks, and currently, at least to my knowledge, there are no ways to change driver control sensitivity unless you are ready to change parameters in Cyberpunk files on PC. Next to that, there is no on-screen GPS while tracking destination, and minimap does not zoom out at all while driving, which leads to constant problems with turns coming way too fast to be able to react in time, making driving frustrating as hell. This can be fixed easily and I'm hoping it is going to be done soon. Cars look amazing though, some truly fantastic futuristic designs of current cars. Night City visually looks great. It is huge and divided by many areas, with each area having its own cultural identity. It is truly a vibrant city with lots of things to do. Plenty side quests where you meet some fantastic characters with unique goals, and next to that huge amount of activities that have nothing unique about them and are mostly recycled to keep you busy but still worthwhile pursuing because of potentially unique loot at the scene. I honestly had fun exploring the city and completing various objectives because of diverse gameplay and many options to solve problems. If game was running fine, then Night City would be fantastic, but due to numerous technical issues it becomes a joke at times. Cars exploding, glitchy crashes, bad clipping issues, NPC animation problems, all these things affect immersion and take away from the game. Not to mention probably worst law enforcement design in any game I have ever witnessed. If you commit a crime, cops spawn from nowhere and attack, no matter what the infraction is. Want to get rid of them easily? Enter any shop and magically wanted levels disappear. I mean, what the fuck? Really bad AI does not help the situation too. Drivers, enemies, cops, everything is affected by pretty mindless AI. It needs fixing, but I am not sure how many improvements can be made over time because it really needs a lot of work. Now we come to story, characters, choices and so on. Since this is no spoilers review, I will talk about it in general terms. Overall, I really like the story. It is impactful, writing is good with brilliant endings and fantastic characters that are quite charismatic with fantastic voiceover. It does have some plot holes and occasionally the game doesn't really explain things clearly, which can lead to confusing moments that don't hold up, but for the most part it is really good. Main missions are good too, as you'll be taken across whole city doing things like entering deep cyberspace, laying ambushes, infiltrating corporations, experiencing brain dances to get needed info and so on. Main missions are quite cinematic and diverse in experience, which is good, but sometimes they can drag for too long. Dialogue system does not help in that matter. There is lots of quality dialogue in Cyberpunk and you always have couple of responses available, but they all lead to mostly same outcomes, lacking in proper impact. In some situations it can lead to romantic options and to secret ending, but overall these dialogue options don't add much. While almost every character you meet in the game is brilliant, Our main character is not someone I have connected at all. I can't really explain why, but I didn't have any emotional connection until the end when some big decisions needed to be made. Cyberpunk 2077 has top-notch audio work. Music is incredible on so many levels, sound effects are brilliant, voiceovers are great, cars sound good, weapons too, just bloody fantastic. Graphically game disappointed me, but that might be due to old GPU that I have, so it is definitely a problem on my end to some extent. But others have mentioned that even on better PCs it can look bad at times. I won't put graphics under good or bad because I don't have optimal setup for such game, and it would be unfair to judge it from my perspective. Final Judgement time. Even with all the issues, I had really fun time for the most part, due to the game having some really good ideas, very interesting and diverse gameplay, good story and amazing characters. However, state of it all cannot be forgiven. Cyberpunk 2077 has huge potential, and I hope it can reach it one day, but as things stand, I can't give it more than 6 on PC, which means above average game. It is just way too fucked up, as you will have to keep glancing over issues as you play just so that it doesn't affect the experience that much. If they manage to fix everything, meaning all bugs and technical issues, improve cops, improve AI, improve driving, fix amateur hour stuff like not being able to craft in bulk, add stealth kill animations, fix horrible balancing issues, improve very hard mode so you don't die as easily, and some other things, I can see Cyberpunk reaching score of 9, which would mean an amazing game. It is long road to that score, and I hope for CD Projekt Red's sake that they can redeem themselves and fix this mess. Anyway, thank you all for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed it and see you soon.